Okay, we are live. Hello, YouTube. Oh,
Oh,
just in time. Look who it is.
yeah, that was just in time.
What's up, man? We just went live, like literally just 1 second before you joined.
Yeah.
So, Alex
For real?
Landberg, welcome.
Hey, how you guys
Yes,
doing?
Andy.
Hey, nice to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. I'm gonna get the link to this so I can give it to you guys. You can share it if you want.
I'm glad you're not wearing a cap.
I'm gonna get the link. Yeah, yeah. Glad you're not wearing a cap. Okay. All right, sending you guys the link right now.
Thanks you.
Yeah, Alex, I'm sending you the link because I don't have a way to play the album where you guys can hear it too. So
No problem, no worries.
okay,
Yeah, I just came over to say hi real quick because I don't have that much time.
sure.
Because we're still traveling home from our vacation and we're in Munich right now and still have like five hours to go.
Where are you right now?
It's just a quick break. Yeah.
Where are you right now?
Munich.
Oh, you're Munich. Okay.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah, we actually yesterday we were still in Vienna in Austria, and now we're on our way back home to the southwest of Germany. So it's Munich right now, and yeah, I have a few minutes, but I just wanted to say hi. And
Cool. Can you do me a
Sure.
favor and stay in Munich for the next 3 weeks so that when I get there I can see you?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. That's kind of close to where you go, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Munich.
Somewhere around here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool to. I mean, I'll be out there for 3 months, but then eventually I think I'm gonna be moving out there, so it'd be cool to eventually meet up and catch up and get to know each other. That'd be
We
awesome.
should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Shouldn't be a problem.
Cool beans, man. All right, how's everybody doing?
Good, good. We had a great vacation. You know, Italy, Austria, like absolutely fantastic.
Hmm.
And
yeah, cool pictures.
Yeah, really cool pictures. James Bond.
exactly. Why didn't I think of this earlier? This is gonna be my new hobby
Yeah.
on the next story. Just checking whatever movie has been shot in, whatever city I'm in at that time, and then just trying to recreate it. It's so much, and of course mostly Bond, but that's he's been everywhere, so
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah.
A lot of different Bonds. Who's your favorite James Bond?
Exactly. Yeah, like I said, if I was British, I would try to become, the next one, but it's not. It should be a British person.
Who's your
The
favorite
accent is
James
so hard
Bond? Out of all the James Bonds, who's your favorite?
That's so difficult,
Mhm.
Like, I think just if I don't really think about it, it's Roger Moore, because
Okay.
that's the Bond that I grew up with as a kid, and I think Pierce is probably he's like the perfect James Bond, Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, he's
And
the
then,
one
of
that I
course,
grew up with.
Connery.
Yeah.
Connery, the
Yeah.
original. Nothing beats the original,
Hmm.
I'm not really a fan of Craig, but yeah, I mean, some great movies, and he did really well, but yeah, probably more for me if I think about it. But Dalton has been good too. I mean,
Yeah.
even George Lazenby, like that one movie. Now in retrospect, it's a fantastic movie.
Mm.
I think at the time people were just not ready for it, to see somebody else. But before we should not be talking about Bond for like 90 minutes now. That's always a danger. When I start talking about these things, oh yeah, it's about an album. We were releasing an album. Oh yeah, sorry, forget about
Yes.
it.
We're celebrating because overnight we already have 1,000 streams on the album, which is pretty insane for. Yeah, that's big numbers for us. So.
Yeah, I just put out a little drum video on
Mhm.
Instagram.
It was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for
It's
putting
something
out,
I've been
yeah.
working on. I want to do something where you can actually hear the sound that I recorded, like in the room, the actual recording sound, then what it sounds like on the album, so
Mhm.
people can, see the difference or actually hear the difference. So
Yeah.
that's what I'll try to do. But I just wanted to put out a little snippet of it today already.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, Norbert did a great job mixing the drum sound. Awesome.
It sounds incredible.
I can't thank you enough for being a part of this. I mean, it's been amazing.
My pleasure, really. I mean, record. I mean, it's part of my job, to do recordings. So originally, that was all. It was just like some work, recording work. But it turned out to be such a great album, and I'm so happy to be part of it. And it's probably one of my favorite recordings in the past few years.
I appreciate you saying that.
Nice.
Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. Great stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, basically you did it possible for us to do this album in the first place because, like we talked with Brian the other day, that we both we don't have any drums or don't want to use those programmed drums, so it was really cool to have a real drummer and as good as you are. So it was a nice surprise when we started this album project, and it made it possible.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, but it's like I said, it's because I really love the material, and so it's like, okay, I can totally involve myself in this, and actually put in some work, and that was great. Yeah, and of course, real drums make all the difference in the world, but of course, it's always also a matter of money in the end, because if you just program, of course, that's basically for free, but just it doesn't sound good. It's always.
You can tell. You can definitely tell.
I wish more people would use real drums.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll get back to that.
Yeah, and even though I can program drums, I'm not a drummer myself, so it will be missing some feels.
It sounds like a guitarist programming drums.
Yeah, you brought some really great ideas that I wouldn't
and I must say,
ever
guys,
been able to program.
This is one of my favorite albums. I mean, metal albums this year, together with Halloween and Edu Falaschi, 3 of the best albums this year.
Wow, thanks.
Thanks. And I get a lot of great feedback about the album all the time. People really love it. But also like Ryan's vocals have been like the biggest, I might have to say, surprise to me. Not because I didn't expect it, just because I wasn't aware how great of a singer he is, and that's just fantastic. And that's like probably the biggest discovery on the whole album. Is, to me, with the vocals, like that's really something.
It was a discovery for me too.
I mean, your covers were always good on YouTube, but covers that's a completely different story. It's one thing to cover something, but it's always telling to hear somebody on their original material, and I was really blown away. Really fantastic.
Thank you. Means a lot.
And
it really
does. Interesting thing is that in the first album that Timo asked for Rob to do the vocals, and then in the second one he called Ryan, which were the first 2 singers that I spoke to do my first album of metal band, So that was a really nice coincidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we actually discovered Tullius back in 2015. He did album art for my other band. Found him on DeviantArt, and I just loved what he did, and I loved his contributions. And he has great ideas, not just for the art, but he has great ideas for the projects. I mean, he gives us good input and helps us promote things and makes our Instagram stories and all of that stuff that we need. And I mean, he does a lot of stuff. I said that in the other stream yesterday, but he does a lot of stuff for us that he doesn't have to do. And we really appreciate him. He's just I love you, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We love you. All right, we got a couple people in the chat here. I don't know if you guys can see it. A couple people here. Kevin Tran's here. What's up, Kevin? I saw you listening to the album last night on Spotify. I saw you on the side. So Kevin Tran is listening to Under Raven Wings. Kevin's been a fan of mine since 2009. Like he's an OG.
Long time. Nice.
And also, speaking of covers, Alex, I got a cover coming out in the next few days with a bunch of people around the world. We did a cover of Camelot Sacrimony, so I know you'll like that one.
All right. I'm looking forward to that. That's nice. That's cool.
Even though you weren't drumming on that.
I'm on the iPhone, so I don't really see the chat or anything here, so let me just see if I can...
Yeah, I sent you a link. Kevin says it's going to be his workout music. It's good workout music
That's
because
good.
it never slows down, so it's good workout music.
Hmm. 10 people online. Should we
Yeah,
start listening?
yeah. I guess I can go ahead and start it. It'll run in the background. All right, Becoming Daylight, and it is going right now.
Which is my favorite song.
This is your
Becoming
favorite song?
Daylight. Yeah.
Oh, Becoming Daylight. Yeah, yeah. Of
Becoming
course.
Daylight and Giver of the Sun. Giver of the Sun, it was
That's
amazing.
it's a good one for me too. I think having the drums on that song really elevated it to another level there. It
Yeah,
sounds so
of course.
intense.
By the way, what was your favorite song in the album, Alex?
It's so hard to say. Actually, another friend asked me today already, same question, and I can't, maybe Out for Blood in the end. It's kind of hard to say because
It's a banger.
so many of them, were so great, and we had great moments in all of them. You know, like I think at some point, because we really have to, unfortunately, I really have to leave soon, but
That's
we
okay,
should maybe
yeah.
just do a whole live talk dedicated just to that, like
Sure,
the drum recording.
yeah.
Maybe even have Phil in there. My friend who produced the drums on this album.
Mhm.
That could be great too.
Yeah, that would be
Inside.
awesome. Let's do it.
That'd be great. But yeah, like I said, I almost can't really pick, like not even 2 or 3. Like I really like the whole album.
Mhm.
What's your favorite, Tullius, in that regard? Drawing wise.
My favorite, my first one is Becoming Daylight because of the choruses and that changing of timing on the drums that you did in the middle of the chorus is really cool. I really loved it. And the second one is Giver of the Sun because it's really my style of metal.
That's nice. I have to say though, like I don't like, I don't know if people know how this usually works, but many times it works exactly like this. So somebody, like in this case Timo, writes a lot of music, and then they, to write the music, they already program drums, and at some point a drummer is involved. In this case, that's me, and so I have to say, with the programmings you did, they were actually kind of tasteful already, and there weren't many moments where you had to have like 3 or 4 hands or stuff like that, which often happens when guitarists program stuff. So it's all pretty doable, but it was not too detailed, so I was actually able to really put my stamp on it, and I really like that, because many times people spend too much time programming and they really go into detail, then they get so used to to the demos that you don't have much room anymore, and that's not artistically, that's not satisfying. But in this case, it was fun because we could really do so much with the drum parts, and I had so much freedom. So that was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I try to do only the tempo feel with the program drums, and like you said, it's not too detailed, missing fills
Exactly.
and stuff, so you can come up with your own, and that leaves the room for the personality of the drummer, whoever it might be.
Exactly.
Because then when you get the real recordings, they're always going to be better. So then you have those little accents that you're able to put on there to match the song, and it just brings it up a whole nother level. Yeah, it's like it's always going to be better in that case. Yeah.
There's a specific song that I really think it's quite different. That is Space Drifter with Jake, and that the verses, the riff of the guitar is quite complex. I don't know how to say that, but when I first listened to it, I felt like, should I make my hand or shake my body?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do, but it is
It's groovy,
cool.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really different. It's different. It's
Yeah,
different
it's
from
because
every.
of the time signature.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that's interesting. I mean, generally speaking, what I personally always try to do is, I think music is about there should be contrast in music. Music's all about contrast. So if there's like really, really difficult or intense riffing going on, I don't always have to mirror everything with the kicks or like follow everything, but sometimes you just have to leave room for that. And then it's so much more evident what's actually happening there. But if everybody just plays along and does the same thing, then it's just, overcrowded and not nice anymore. And it's the same with everything. Like if you look at individual parts, if you look at songs or whole albums, it's all about the contrast within the music.
Yep.
And like I said, it was great to have the freedom to work on these things. And I think this is what Phil and I were really paying attention to that, to try to see how can we build tension within the song, because the tension and release, that's what it's basically is about. And that was one of the aspects that I was extremely happy with this recording.
Yeah, a good example of that is Cold as the Night, when the intro reprise comes up. Yeah, there's the cool part that you did.
Yeah, that was also one of my favorite parts. I think also the one that I posted. It's just something I came up with and was like, I don't know, like, and Phil was like, no, you should do this. I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it, At first it felt like almost a little bit too much, but it was like, no, that's great.
Have you ever done any? Have you ever done any collaborations with Bjorn Strid before this?
No, I don't think so. Really, maybe on some compilation or something. I wouldn't know about that, but not specifically on a song that I know of.
Okay,
so that was great too.
Yeah, that was the biggest surprise for me, was him saying yes to that and being involved, and it turned out really great.
Musically, he must have loved it. Like it's so, it's so much in his vein, and like,
Yeah, I can tell he does a lot of things. He collaborates with a lot of people, but I know that this one, we kind of knew each other like a little bit before it. So I think he knew that when I was sending him something that it wasn't going to be like garbage. Like he knew that it was going to be something at least decent, and he listened to it and he loved it. And he was down 100%. And I'm actually going to have him on my podcast, which is pretty cool. I'm going to do it next week. So,
It was a perfect fit because your singing style is quite similar to him.
Well, he's the guy that I learned from. Yeah.
Yep.
I've been listening to him since I was 15 years old. Yeah. Been 16 years I've been listening to him almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a powerhouse,
the
man.
The first song I heard you singing, it was something from Scar Symmetry, I guess. Was from, I guess, Holographic Universe, something like this.
Was it Prism and Gate, probably?
Prism and Gate.
Yeah.
My favorite song. And I just forgot the name of it.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, that video is long gone. I didn't put that one up because I didn't like the way I sang it, and it's really old. But yeah, a lot of people like that one.
That was the song that made me contact you to ask if you needed something artistic,
I don't remember that. So long ago now. Wow. All right, we have some people in the chat here. Let's see, Simon says, one of the first albums I've heard that really captures the special 90s melodeath vibe like nothing else. And that's exactly what I was kind of going for. And that's what I was thinking of when I first heard Under Raven Wings. Like, I'm very inspired by the 90s melodeath and like early 2000s, like Clayman, In Flames, Clayman, and that era of Soilwork, that era of In Flames is really what I'm into. So I wanted to bring that kind of feel to it, that we're kind of embracing the like rock and roll aspect of it, like the silliness, the cheesiness of it, but it's still not. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say? It's modernized, but it still has like that classic sound to it. Yeah, that's what I was going for. So I'm glad that people are picking up on that, because that's what I was really going for.
Yeah, and I really liked how we still were able to, or especially Timo with the compositions, was able to, incorporate some really progressive stuff with it as well. Like sometimes it's borderline Dream Theater and Symphony X at times, and then it goes back to that, and it's like, this is such a cool mix, because often when you try to mix something like that, it doesn't work, but in this case it did really well. And I think this is also one of the special things about the album. Like, it's never too much of it, it's just it's tasteful. It's just to write them out of it,
Yeah, I think it comes naturally because I like to listen to Dream Theater nowadays and Haken a lot. Some Symphony X maybe sometimes, but I really love the progressive stuff nowadays. So it mixes quite well naturally there. Even though I don't try to put it in the song, but it
That
comes
sounds
naturally.
It sounds natural. It does sound natural,
Yeah.
and I think that's the reason for that. That's one fun. Okay, guys, we have still 4 or 5 hours in the car, so unfortunately I have to leave again.
No problem.
But you guys keep doing that, and we should do the specific drum talk at some
Yeah.
point soon.
Let's do it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be
Alright,
really
then.
cool.
We'll just gather questions for that. If there's specific drum stuff coming up now in the chat, just save it for that, and I'll make
Okay.
sure to answer everything. And let's try to push this thing more.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Coming days. All right.
I appreciate you dropping in. Thank
Have
you.
fun. No worries. We'll talk
Safe
soon.
travels.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. Thanks, Alex. Drive safe.
Thanks, man. Bye.
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 Oh, that was nice. I'm glad he showed up. Showed up just
Really cool.
exactly on time. As soon as I hit start stream, Alex's face popped
Yeah.
up. It's like I summoned him.
Let's just wait.
Yeah. So, welcome everybody in the chat. Thanks for showing up. I hope the sound levels are okay, because I know we're kind of quiet, so I tried to make the music not too loud. So if anything's off, let me know in the chat, and I'll fix it. But here we are. We're on Space Drifter right now. So, Jcon asks, what are Enigmatic Entrance's future plans? Timo?
Yeah, basically to execute what we are doing right now. So
Yeah.
having more music released.
Keep going, basically.
I do a lot of music myself, and not always it is for my band Northern Equation. So I would like to release that and produce, refine my demos, what I'm doing at home, and stylistically it can be anything. This time is what it was melodic death metal, but who knows what else comes up. So that's the plan. Make as much music as I can and have right people around it, making it with me and completing it. So that's the plan. It's really hard to have any touring and gigs because of this nature of the project, that I will have different guests doing the songs with me. Maybe someday there could be some kind of a session group to do this, but obviously I think the vocalist is pretty hard to get any substitution for vocalist, so that should be original for me. Otherwise the band could be session band.
Which is possible.
But
I mean,
it's hard.
it is possible in the future, because I mean, if I'm living in Germany at the time, wherever I'm going to be, and maybe you can bring Rob out. I don't know where Rob lives in Finland, or is he Swedish?
No, it's Sweden.
Sweden, yeah. So, I mean, it's not impossible to have a show where you can play music from your different releases and bring everybody out and just play a few songs from each one, and then maybe, I don't know who would drum. Maybe you can somehow get Alex to drum. I mean, that'd be like the best option, I think. But I mean, it's a big goal, but I don't think it's it's out of reach. It's definitely something that could happen.
Yeah,
Not right
totally
away,
impossible.
but down the road, yeah. It'd be fun.
Yeah,
You
but
have
that's some future stuff maybe. I think it would need some label
Yeah.
behind us to
Definitely.
arrange those gigs and stuff. We'll see. But anyways, the releasing music is the point and enjoy making.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter what you're working on, I like to be involved as much as I can. I mean, even in some of the stuff that you're putting out with other singers to be able to write some of it, like I've been doing, is a great opportunity as well.
Ryan actually did already one power metal song that would be sung by a famous power metal singer from a famous band. I won't.
Yeah, don't say it yet.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Who that
Good stuff
might
coming.
be. Yeah. I can reveal that next release probably will be one single progressive metal stuff. That is the next release at some point.
And we all love power metal.
Let's enjoy this release first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like specifics for our collaborations together, I mean, I've talked about it a little bit. I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, we're already, like, I would say it's safe to say we're about halfway, maybe almost halfway done with the next album. I mean, we have 9 songs with lyrics so far out of 13, so a few more for me to write. When I get back from Germany, I'm going to Germany for 3 months to record an album with the band Dawn of Amber. I don't think I've said this really on YouTube yet, but I'm going to Germany for 3 months to record with a band called Dawn of Amber that has the drummer from Blind Guardian, which is pretty cool. Tullius is wearing the shirt. So it has Tolman Stotch from Blind Guardian. So I'll be going there for 3 months to record an album with them, and then when I get back, I'm going to use the time that I'm back here to record all the vocals for the second Enigmatic Entrance album, and hopefully try to do all of that. I'm going to try to do it fast. I'm going to try to get it all done, like work, you know, as efficiently as I can. I already have it all planned out of how I'm going to do it, try to get it all done, and then after that, it's all up to, you know, finding drummers and getting all of that stuff done. But I think we'll have a nice second release, you know, maybe by the end of next year or beginning of 2023 at the latest. I think would be.
This album kept like 1 year to be finished, right?
It took about a year, yeah. Because Timo contacted me in June of last year, and then I think Under Raven Wings was done by like August. The like demo version of it with vocals was done by August, and then we put the single out in October, and so now we're in August now. So yeah, it's been about a year. And
We're listening to Infomaniac.
Infomaniac.
Awesome tune.
Such a fun
Really
song.
love that. Yeah.
I think
we
this
should
song-
talk about the songs while they are playing a bit. No?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I think this song was like made for live, because you have that cool chorus, Infomania. Just imagine the crowd singing that along. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's an easy thing for people to sing along to.
and it has that riff in the background that drives you to the melody. It's quite memorable, you know. How's that word? It's cheesy, right?
I like to say cheesy, but I mean cheesy in a good way. It's not cheesy in a bad way. It's cheesy because it's very catchy and it just sounds fun. It's like a fun sound to it. It's not a very serious song. It's more of a playful song. I had a lot of fun with this one, writing it. You know, a lot of the songs are very heavy. They're very like emotional. They're very dark, and this song is just like, I just wanted to have fun with it. Because the first time I heard that first riff, it makes you dance. It makes you dance when you listen to it.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah, even though, I think it's the point of melodic death metal, but it should have those cool riffs, heavy riffs included, but still those memorable melody stuff going on. And I really love that kind of music. Like I said in our chat with Ryan, that's the one thing I loved about Syra, because they have these inflames riffs going on, but still very melodic and memorable choruses and other melodic stuff there.
Yeah, and back to the Space Drifter, I was talking about the dynamics of the change of dynamics in the middle of the song, and yeah, it's not my favorite song, but it's one of my favorites, and it really is really different from the whole album. I mean, it has something that makes you need to listen many times to understand the song because it
Mm.
has those verses that are kind of I don't know, maybe funky or
Yeah,
not sure how to say that, but
they're kind
it
of
is
groovy.
quite
They're
different.
groovy.
Yeah, groovy,
Yeah.
groovy. That's the right
Mm.
word. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel that's quite different from the whole album, but it feels like part of the
Mm.
the package, you know?
Yeah. I think what really brought that song to another level was when Jake sent me his recordings for it. I gave him the chorus that I wanted him to sing, and I gave him the words, I gave him the melodies, and then he sent us a second chorus that he came up with. Like, this is my idea for the chorus. So I was like, how can I incorporate that somehow? So that's when in the song, after the second chorus, it goes into that other part. Um, There's no place I'd rather be. Like, he wrote that part, and I just stuck that in there. And I figured I'll just stick that in the middle of the song, and it just flowed really well, and it worked. And I think that's kind of what brought a little more uniqueness to the song, is that change in the middle.
Yeah, it was cool adding to the structure,
Yeah.
even though it's the same part basically.
Yes, same
We
chorus,
just
but it just
doubled
sounds.
the chorus instrumental and added
Yeah.
Jake's different vocal lines.
It was a nice jam. That part before the main chorus, where Ryan says a word and he completes with something.
Drift on Drifter
crazy.
to the stars and beyond.
No, no, that's the wrong part.
Okay.
I mean, the part before it.
I'm trying to
the,
remember. You're talking
I
about
can't
with like all the
remember it.
different vocal layers and the harmonies. Dun, 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 dun. You talking about that part?
Yeah, because the verses have kind of two parts, right?
Yeah.
There's one part that you say, um, I, and then you sing something.
Yeah.
Here,
Darkness.
last- Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part is really nice. It was
Yeah.
a really nice jam.
Yeah.
Mm. Thank you.
Okay, going
Yeah, we're in Hearts of Fire now.
Hearts of Fire now. Yeah.
Yeah,
One of
that's
my favorites,
That's your
absolutely.
favorites, right?
Yeah. So In Flames
Mm-hmm.
vibes that I get from this song so much. Um,
I didn't listen to
for me-
the demo of this song. Just the
and you
master.
didn't.
I think
No,
yeah. You never
just
heard
the
the
master.
demo.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's somehow emotional to me. This song. Yeah. I've actually. It might have been the demo versions or some early mixes, but I remember I cried with this when I was listening it in my car. There's something about it. I'm not sure what, but it's somehow emotional song for me. And still, it's heavy and banging, but the emotions are there. Great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this, I don't know where you guys are in the song, but in this part, that little pre-chorus where it slows down and plays like that nice melody. I mean, it's such a beautiful part. It's such a beautiful
yeah.
part of the song that when I first heard it, I'm like, what am I gonna do here? Because like I need to do something nice. That sounds. I don't want to ruin this part. Because it had a very nice feel to it. Like the melody, I think I told you before, it kind of reminded me of like old Sonic the Hedgehog music a little bit, from the old Sonic the Hedgehog games. But because it has like that really nice melody to it, that kind of fun melody, but it's very powerful and very emotional, and yeah, I don't know, it just every song that you sent me, I mean, they inspired
the
me.
nice.
As soon as I heard them,
Then
I
I
was
like
inspired.
your understing that you did when moving to the chorus.
Mm.
You know that when you change the growls, you are
Yeah.
doing that from the soft vocals. You are going for the growls. That part is really cool to me.
Yeah,
It's
And
pretty
Right.
In Flames and understing, I think.
yeah.
We're listening to Beyond the Splash.
Beyond this
now.
flesh.
That's definitely one of the most commercial songs of this album, and it's really cool.
And I love talking about the song because I used to hate it. not
You used
not
to hate it?
not
Why?
the instrumental, not the music part of it, but I used to hate what I did for it. I hated my vocals for it. Like when I used to listen to the demo, I was like, "This is garbage." And when it came time to like kind of cut some songs, I'm like, "We're cutting this song. I hate what I did for it." And but then bringing Erica on really brought it to another level because when I was trying to sing this chorus that I wrote the melody that was too hard for me to sing, but I really liked it. I loved the melody.
No,
I
but-
wanted to keep it.
Yes,
So
this
having
song
Erica sing it,
fits-
yeah,
fits perfectly with Erica.
yeah.
Yep.
It kind of reminds me of something that Devin Townsend would do because Devin Townsend always has what's her name, Annika, female vocalist, do a lot of his clean vocals, and it kind of reminds me of that. You know, like that those very like heavy screams that are like very nasty screams, and then it goes into like a nice open, beautiful female vocal, and there's a nice dynamic there, and it really reminds me of like Devin Townsend music, which is a good thing. Thank you, Canuto.
Look at who's there. Canuto. He did
Canuto.
one of the lyric videos for the first album.
Yeah, Sonic Stress was the song for the first album, and Kanuta did the lyric video for that.
Oh, really?
I think that actually taught something to Tullius, right?
Yep, he definitely taught me how to do cool lyric videos.
Oh.
So everything I do, everything I do now for you is due to these guys' tips on my job.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
So big thanks to
Yeah.
Kanuta. Yeah.
big thanks. Thanks for showing up today too. Appreciate you, everybody being here. It's awesome.
And by the way, he loved this album. I have seen some demos and the master of Becoming Daylight, and he told me, oh, okay, let me wait the release so I can give you some audience. You know, I don't want to listen everything right now.
Yeah.
I want to wait the release day, and then I'm pretty sure he's gonna like it because the album kind of it has a feeling of the bands he liked too. So hope he can give us some feedback later.
I think that's what really works well with me and Timo working together is because we're not afraid to wear our influences out on our sleeves. We show exactly who we're influenced by, and we're not afraid to show that. You know, we're not like trying too hard to be unique or anything like that.
Like
I think
said, it
becomes unique
naturally.
eventually. Yeah, exactly.
It's just natural stuff.
Yeah, not trying too hard, and just doing what we love, or just making what we like to hear ourselves. You know.
I wish I played something to make a participation in the next album.
No, man, your art. I mean, having your art and everything that you do for us is. I mean, you're a part of the band. That's why you're here. You know, I wanted you to be a part of this because you're a part of the band. You know, you're a part of the whole thing. So, everything that you do for us is it. We can't do anything without you. We need you. Don't ever leave us.
It's a lot. That means a lot for me.
One thing about Kanuto, by the way, he's just amazing bass player. If you
Oh, yeah?
have seen his videos on YouTube, he's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Definitely.
We discussed some bit about making something together at some point. I will wait for the right songs to be there, and I will definitely contact him to play bass on my song.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
He wants to make a good usage of his skills because the guy plays a lot.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same having a real bass player again for me as a guitar player playing the basses for the song.
Oh, we're listening to Up for Blood right now.
Yes.
That's the heaviest song of the album.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of riffing going on there, and this is the song that has the least keyboard parts. Like I think.
But I think the keyboard that is in it really gives it a lot of accent. That little piano in the background of the chorus, ding, 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 ding. That's what really like makes it for me right there.
Yeah. Just enough.
Yeah.
I must be honest, I didn't pay attention to the song yet. I need to listen to it more times to. Here is the most heavy song of the album, but I didn't listen to it too much yet.
It somewhat reminds me of newer Children of Bodom stuff.
Yeah.
All those riffs and the mood of song.
Yeah, it's another fun one. I consider the song to be pretty fun. Yeah. Even though the lyrics are pretty dark,
Yeah.
they might be offensive. They might be offensive to some people, but I mean, it is what it is.
Whatever. Yeah.
Speaking from the heart.
And the keyboard solo.
But the keyboard solo is
Got to
definitely,
mention, yeah.
yeah, one of my favorite parts.
Also, that Bodomish stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always hard when you do a song that's like an anti-religion song. You know, you have to deal with people being offended by stuff like that. But you know, it's a pretty typical thing in metal, I think.
Sure. I didn't read the lyrics of this song yet.
And also for everybody listening, I'm gonna also be posting. Maybe tomorrow I'll put them all up, but I have all of the individual songs as separate videos with the lyrics in the description, so you know you can listen to each song by itself and actually read the lyrics. 'Cause I know people appreciate that kind of thing. It makes a difference when you can actually read the lyrics along with it. Yeah, I talked about this on the stream yesterday, the meaning of the song. It's not really anti-religion, but really what it's talking about is how a lot of the wars that have been fought over the history of the world have been because of people following, using their religion to do bad things, basically. So it's not really anti-religion. It's anti using religion to push your war agenda, basically. And so you have these people following this god over here in this country, and these people following this god in this country, and then they fight because they believe in different gods. And then we're all caught in the middle of it, which is what the chorus is saying. And we're caught in the middle. You know, like, I don't want to be part of this war, but here I am. You know, I'm an American. I grew up in America, and because I'm an American, I have to somehow fight for the Christian God. But it's like I don't believe in the Christian God, so why am I involved in this? You know. So it's not like it's not really anti-religion. It's not like dogging on anybody's personal beliefs, but it's kind of people that use it to their advantage. Governments using God to their advantage to push their personal goals and agendas. So I think everybody can kind of agree on that.
Yeah, these lyrics of yours are really deep. I love that. Deep stuff, meaningful stuff, and I could say it's really wise. At least it sounds wise to me.
I mean, this is the stuff I've really been interested in the past couple of years. I've really started learning about the world and learning, you know, just listening to smart people on YouTube. I watch YouTube videos all day, every day of just scientists, philosophers, and just very smart people talk about reality, talk about the world, talk about everything. And I just pick up on all these little things and I try to piece together, you know, my own values and ideas. And it makes a big difference when you start learning not only the point of view, I mean, you start learning everybody's point of view. You know, you open your mind to what everybody's thinking, what all the ideas are. You know, because there's not really one right idea. Everybody thinks differently. So I try to listen to as many people as I can and try to piece together what I think reality is, because nobody knows what reality is. We're all just existing here, and nobody knows why.
We're listening to Giver of the Sun right
Giver
now,
of the
and
Sun.
this song has that part that you say Giver of the Sun,
Oh my
which
god.
is damn, that was really cool, really cool. The first time I listened to it was kind of, oh damn, that's a really aggressive guitar riff
Hmm.
behind it, and the screaming is aggressive too. So the both things together make it even more aggressive.
Hmm.
And dude, that's my second favorite song of this album.
Yeah. That's my favorite part of the song there. And then Alex's drums, the double bass, going with it. It's just perfect to me.
And in the end of the song, he does some different tempos in the drums, and that was kind of mind blowing to me. I felt like, oh, I didn't expect that. And
Hmm.
dude, what?
Yeah, it's a really cool song. I know that Alex really loved this one too when it first came out. The single version of it, he was. I think that's what really got him interested in us, was hearing "Giver of the Sun."
Yeah, and it got better when mixed for the album,
Definitely.
remastered.
I was also very influenced by the band Mirath, especially for this. I don't know where you are in the song, but in this part, "Giver of the Sun," that kind of bridge part. I was thinking of Mirath when I recorded
There's
that.
a funny thing that when I listen to this song, in this specific part where you say "Giver of the Sun," I always sing it together, but with clean voice. I try to make something like a vocal line for that, and it's in my mind. It's like the song is like that, and I can't forget it. Every time I listen to it, I sing clean this part and not the harsh vocals that you do. It's like I'm doing a duet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool moment. Keys lost inside. All right, "Cold as the Night," featuring Bjorn Speed Strid.
Yeah, this one is the the last lyric video I did, right?
Yeah,
And that's my
beautiful
favorite.
lyric video too. It's beautiful, like the color choices and everything with the red moon.
Yeah, the
Everything's.
interesting fact is that the artwork is one of my original artworks. I
Yeah.
just changed it a bit to fit as cover artwork, but it kind of fits very well with the lyrics and the concept of the song.
Yeah.
Yes, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, it's kind of like the same person meeting themselves at two different parts of their life. So it's like their past self and their future self kind of talking to each other. That's not really what it started out as, but I think it feels that way when you listen to it. If you pay attention to the lyrics, that's kind of what it sounds like, is somebody talking to themselves, and like, hey, my younger self, what are you doing? You need to just jump the gun and do what you want to do, and and unleash the fire in your chest.
It's a really cool lyric. Did you wrote the whole lyric, or
No.
it was?
So when I gave the song to Bjorn, I didn't tell him anything. All I did was give him the very basic melody that he would sing, and he liked it, so he kept it. And then he wrote all the words for himself. So then when I took it, I just tried to write words that kind of matched it a little bit. But I mean, it turned out really well. Yeah. He did a great job with it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk to him because I want to get his. I want to learn like his method. How he writes, because he writes so much music. I mean, every week he's putting out a new song with a different project. He has like 5 different projects going on, and he's just pumping out music. And I think we have similar methods of how we write, and I can't wait to talk to him about that.
Gonna be fun and interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing this for so long. I think Soilwork started in like 1994 or 1996 or something like that. So I was, I was just a little kid. I was just a little kid. And even going back now, listening, like, if you go back and listen to the first Soilwork album, it's amazing. It's so good.
Yes.
It's one of those bands
They
where,
wrote-
like, they keep progressing, they keep changing their sound, but they're all good.
Yes.
They're
But
all
in a
good.
good way, yes, yes.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever put out a bad song or a bad album.
They
In my
grew up
opinion.
very, 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 in a good way.
Mhm.
You know, there are some bands that, well, I'm not getting to this band.
I know exactly what band you're talking about.
Yes, this one,
Yes,
that's correct.
we all know. Yeah. A lot of bands find it very hard to not only change their sound, but also go through so many lineup changes. I mean, Soilwork is a completely different band since they started. The only thing that's been the same is Bjorn. I think everybody else in the band has changed. They've been through so many different members, and the lead guitarist has left twice. So to change so much and still be on that level is, it's hard to do. Not every band can survive those kind of changes.
Yes.
But I think the driving
I
force
guess,
is
I guess
Bjorn.
he's the heart of the band, right?
Yeah.
He knows the main compositions.
Yeah, he is a
the
good
band.
guitar player himself too, so he writes a lot of the songs.
Yeah.
I think the whole double album that came out in 2012, that The Living Infinite, the double album of 20 songs, I think, total. And I think he wrote most of that himself. So, I mean, he's an incredible songwriter too. But enough
Last
about
song,
Bjorn.
Yep.
I can go on all day
we're
about
at
Bjorn.
A sanguineous dream.
Sanguine Dream.
Sanguine dream. Yeah.
Personal
That's
favorite.
another song that I need to listen more. I didn't listen to it enough to have it in mind. I mean, clearly, That's the two songs that I didn't listen enough were Out for Blood and A Sanguine Dream. So if you guys can talk more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sanguine-
Alex added that drum fill to the beginning of the
Oh, yeah.
song. It wasn't on the demo.
I like the way it turned out. I like it with the new drums in the intro. Sounds really cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Because I mean, then it keeps the intensity from the ending of Cold as the Night, and then it's a perfect ending. Like, it sounds like the last song on an album to me. It's perfect. Yeah. The song is kind of about how, like, the bad things that happen to you in your childhood stay with you forever. They never go away. They're always there. And, you just learn to live with it, basically. So, pretty personal to me. I think the keyboard solo in the song is one of my favorite moments as well. First time I heard it, I was just blown away.
yeah, the ending of it is like a whale singing.
Yeah, exactly. When
Sounds
when
like, yeah.
he does that little at the very end. The first time I heard that, I
Yeah.
was like, "That's amazing! It's perfect."
I'm quiet because I'm enjoying this song. So
Yeah, I'm just listening to it now. Because this is one that we never really had. I didn't really hear the finished one until everything else was done. So it's still kind of new for me, hearing like the final master of it. Because I listened to the demo for so long, and then this was like one of the last songs that I heard once everything was done. Beautiful outro, by the way. That wasn't in the original demo. Nice ending.
yeah,
Yeah, it ends the album nicely.
Yeah. So that's it. That's Becoming Daylight.
should we listen to it again?
We can. Yeah.
We could listen it to again and maybe discuss about it on the chat only.
Okay, yeah.
If we go quiet this round and
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll turn the volume up on it. And yeah, we can actually let everybody listen to it instead of listening to
wait a
it.
sec, I will
Talk.
refill my drink.
Yeah, I need to get some more coffee. So I'm going to turn it up and I'm going to play it and let it go while I'm making coffee. And everybody who's in the chat, by the way, thanks everybody for showing up. I don't know exactly how many people are in here right now. Let me see. Okay, we have 4 people watching, which is cool. If you guys have any questions or any comments about it, go ahead and chat with us. I mean, we're here to chat. So we're going to shut up now. We talked through the whole thing. So we're going to shut up now. We're going to play it again. I'm going to get some more coffee and come back and hopefully have some questions to answer. And you can just look at Tullius while I'm gone. Look at that beautiful
I'm gonna
man.
pick something to drink.
Yeah. All right. I'll be back. So here we go. I'm going to start it again.
Poison in the roots, sanctified and love.
By the way, if you guys want to catch up, Becoming Daylight is just starting on the stream. We lost Timo, by the way.
I guess he just turned off his camera. No?
pretty intense part here.
Yep. Hold on just a second. I need to
Yeah. All right, everybody's gone. It's just me. Party time. He's back with a cooled down battery.
You want some coffee?
Yeah, black coffee is the way to go.
Cheers.
Mine is fancy.
Oh.
Oh,
Cheers.
this part is. Or like
Can't hear you.
hold on.
I'll put it on the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Oh.
The music is pretty loud right now.
Okay.
That song makes me tired when I listen to it. It's so intense. welcome. Welcome to the chat. Oh, you were already here. bum, bum. Well, that's it, my friends.
Yep.
There it is again. So we got asked if we were ever going to make a music video for one of the songs. And I think it would be a very difficult thing for us to do. It'd be a lot of work and probably a lot of money to do something like that. But I mean, I'm not against the idea. But yes. Harsh vocals. Make a vocal cover. Definitely. Which song would you do out of all the ones you've heard so far? I know it's still kind of new, but if you were to pick one of the songs, which one would you do a vocal cover of? And of course, Dick can do one. Giver of the Sun. Yeah, you should definitely do a cover of Giver of the Sun. I think that would be awesome. That song is, I can already hear you singing that song too. It would be really good.
Wise choice. Giver of the Sun is kind of.
And Dick, Under Raven Wings, good choice too. The cleans, yeah, I think the cleans on that song were. I pushed myself a little hard on that one, so I mean, go for it, man. You can try it. Go do it. You can do it. Don't doubt yourself. I mean, I have trouble singing that song. It's a hard song.
Gonna do an acoustic cover then.
An acoustic cover would be cool. Of something, yeah. Maybe like an acoustic cover of Hearts of Fire would be pretty nice. Because you can sing that song softly too. Somewhere in time I thought I lost my way, with many light years left to go.
Yeah, but really it would be pretty nice to do an acoustic cover myself, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We should do that. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's do that for one song. Maybe Hearts of Fire.
Yeah.
That should be done.
Yeah, that would be a
at
good
some
choice.
point. Yeah, absolutely.
You're stealing my idea.
Hey, you can do it too.
You can do that with guitar, and I asked my brother to do it with piano.
Nice. He plays piano.
Ryan can sing. Yeah, he's in our band, the Northern Equation. My brother plays the piano.
Yeah.
Or keyboard, yeah, I should say.
So we have a couple questions here. First of all, Dyslexicon, thanks for dropping by. You are late to the party. We've already played the album twice. You missed it twice. That's okay.
Late.
It's our fault because we didn't tell anybody we were doing this. We didn't post it until we were already live. So it's kind of our fault, but that's okay. Thanks for dropping by anyway. So if you had to describe every song with only one word, what would that word be? So let me start with you guys. If you could describe every song, if you could describe Under Raven Wings with one word, what would you describe it as?
That's a tough question.
It is hard.
One word?
Yeah,
Could
there
it be an
was one
expression?
word, I think, because we got a comment when the song first came out. Somebody described the song as a new genre called powercore. I think that's a good word for that, for Under Raven Wings, is powercore. Yeah, I don't know, that's pretty hard.
One word, I'd say something like straight to the point, but that's not just one word.
Yeah. That's 4 words. That's okay. We can say straight. It's a straight song.
Straight, yeah.
Yeah.
Business.
Business.
Yeah, that means business. That's all.
Business.
Yeah, goes like straight into it.
Yeah. That's what I liked about it too.
That means business. Yeah.
I like when albums start off that way. When the album starts off, just boom, we're straight into the song.
Yeah.
Just hard. It hits you hard. And like as soon as you start it, it's loud. It's right there. That's kind of how I like.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, Becoming Daylight. If you could describe Becoming Daylight, I would describe it as epic,
Mhm.
theatrical, theatrical. I think
Theatrical,
is a good
yeah,
word.
that would be the best one.
Favorite.
Yeah. Favorite? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay. Accepted, yeah.
Space Drifter.
Space Drifter.
Yeah, I gotta say space, because
Yeah.
it's like I said earlier, Ryan captures the feel of the song and the theme quite well with his lyrics and ideas. And I didn't think of space when I wrote the song, but after having the vocals and lyrics on it, it was just obvious that it's about the space. Of course, it's about the space. It sounds like it, but I didn't. I couldn't imagine that myself, but Ryan had to show me.
That's the first thing I thought of was space when I heard it. It has like a very dreamy sound to it. So I mean, my word would either be dreamy or adventurous. It's an adventurous song. Takes you on an adventure.
I'd say something like complex.
Yeah.
Not the structure of the music itself, but the music as a whole thing, you know. I had to listen it many times to understand the music, you know. It's like listening to Meshuggah. You need to listen it many times to get the songs.
All right, I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Yep, that is
Definitely.
definitely.
Infomaniac.
Fun.
Fun. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna
Fun.
say.
Yeah,
Fun.
that's a word.
Fun song. Definitely. Hearts of Fire.
Emotion
Mm-hmm.
to me.
Yeah.
Here.
Fiery.
I don't know. Surprising, I'd say.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I really like the song. I didn't listen to the demo, as I said before. So when I listened to it in the master version, it was a blast. It's a really good song.
Yeah. And also the way that Norbert produced it, the way that he mixed it. When it goes into the chorus and there's like that boom,
Boom, yeah.
it slams into the chorus, and that was not in the
Actually, he
demo.
uses
Like
that quite a lot in different songs, and
Yeah.
I just love that.
adds a lot of
It's
intensity
really
to
cool.
it.
All the songs in the final version, in the album are kind of boom.
Yeah.
They got some strength
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
the final version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes a big difference.
Would be really nice to release some of the demo stuff
Yeah.
at some
Yeah.
point to show what they were at the beginning when I wrote the instrumentals and with the vocal demos, and that's
That's
interesting
content.
to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially for Beyond This Flesh, because the original version of that is me singing the chorus. And it'd be interesting to show the difference of how much better it is now.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, we
Using
should
the
do that.
demos.
I think that'd be fun. How would you describe Beyond This Flesh?
Commercial. I will steal
Commercial?
that from Tullius.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think commercial is a good word to describe it. I mean, maybe people can take it in the wrong way, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Because we didn't
I'd
plan for it to be
say-
that way. We didn't say like we need to make a
It is-
commercial song at all. It turned into
I'd
that.
say shiny. It's a shiny song.
Shiny.
It's kind of, it brings a different feature of the band as I mean, a different face of Timo, a different face of Ryan, and Erica just brought life to the song. I mean, the whole thing. Yes, shiny. That's
Shiny. I like that.
how I describe it.
Yeah. I would say the song is philosophical. It's a very philosophical song. Let's see, what's next? Out for Blood. How would you describe Out for Blood?
Mm.
Power.
Oh. Mm.
Heavy, intense.
Aggressive, I would say.
I was going to say aggressive, but Timo said it first, so I'm gonna say something like um, nervous.
Nervous.
Nervous. I don't know if this word has the same meaning that it has in my language, but nervous is like angry. Look, angry.
Okay,
Okay,
angry.
angry.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the feel of it. Yeah, it's kind of an angry song a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that. Giver of the Sun.
Oh, giver of the sun. Ooh, I need to think.
Hmm.
Giver of the sun is special to me.
Yeah, special. That's a good word for it.
Yeah, 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 special.
Hmm.
I really, really like this song. Um, Despite the fact that Becoming Daylight is my favorite, but mostly due to the melodies of the chorus. But Giver of the Sun has, I don't know how to say that, but this song, uh, I don't know, forget. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah. Um, Cold as the Night. Dick already gave us the one word for that. Bjorn.
Bjorn.
That's all we need. Bjorn. Yeah.
You guys didn't tell the word for Giver of the Sun.
Oh yeah, you're right. I skipped it. I was hoping you wouldn't notice. I don't know. That's a hard one. For some reason, I can't think of a word for that one. That one's hard for me. I don't know why.
I think Dick took my word, Björn, because I thought of Björn
Well, we're talking about
ever
Giver of the
since I
Sun
heard.
first. We can't skip over
Yeah,
Giver of
when
the Sun.
It's okay.
I think Solberg and Björn, when I hear Giver of the Sun, the chorus is just so
Oh,
Björnish.
I see what you're saying.
Got
Okay.
it,
Yeah,
got it.
yeah. I mean that.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a good word for that one too. Bjorn. Let's just call the whole album Bjorn. No. Epic. Yeah, epic is a good word for Giver of the Sun.
Nice.
Um, yeah, so cold as the night. I mean, Bjorn is a good word for that. I mean, cold. I think cold is a good word because I mean, the song didn't originally sound that way, but once it had that title of "Cold as the Night," I called it that because of Bjorn's lyrics when he says "Cold as the night that I met you," and I thought that was a cool phrase. And then Timo went back and kind of changed some of the samples to make it sound cold, makes it sound like a cold song. So I think cold is a good word for that
I
one.
guess I would say immersive.
Hmm.
That's a pretty immersive song for me. That beginning is kind of mesmerizing for me, and at the moment it starts the music itself, the heavier part. It's it's like you're getting a you're being punched. It's really really boom.
Hmm.
Immersive. I guess that's a word.
And then a sanguine dream.
Um,
Hmm. Oh, Timo, we can't hear you. We lost you.
How about now?
Oh, there we go.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a ballad for
Ballad.
me. Heavy ballad. Yeah, I think that.
heavy.
Hmm.
Yeah, but one word, ballad. Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know. For me, I would say the word is personal. That's a personal song for me. Very
Mm.
personal.
I don't know. Maybe I can't think of a word for this one. A single dream.
Hmm.
Uh, Nothing comes in my mind.
It's hard. It's hard to sum it up in one word.
Mm. Dude. I'm singing the song.
Yeah, we're gonna feature you on the next album. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna skip that for now.
Okay.
I can't think of a song. I didn't listen to it as much as I should.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't think about a specific feeling that I have when I listen to it.
You
Yeah,
should
okay.
say unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. Which is kind of a theme
At
of the
this point.
song. Unfamiliar, because one of the lines in the song is familiar faces and familiar spaces, a sanguine dream that never was. So I was never at a point where I was comfortable with the people around me because they were always changing, and I never attached to anybody, and I never was able to cling on to certain places and people. I was always moving around and always losing people, and that's kind of what the song's about. Just the changes of life and all the things that you go through, and dealing with all of that, and dealing with all the feelings that come with that, and how they never leave you, and you always have those feelings, and they haunt you for the rest of your life. So unfamiliar is a good word for that, unintentionally.
Sanguine dream that never was.
Sanguine dream that never was.
Perfect line for
Yeah.
the song. I love that line.
Because you look back at your childhood and you think it was always better, but it's just like a
Yeah.
made-up dream. Your life wasn't really that great. It's full of lots of pain and hardship, and so you have this dream. You think that it's always better before. Things always suck now, and I wish I could get back to the way it was before. It was so much better, but it really wasn't. Some people maybe, but personally for me, maybe not. There's always been some kind of thing going on. It's just the way life is.
Timo, what made you decide to do melodeath type music? And how long did you plan it before you guys started working together?
Yeah, I actually answered by writing there, but um, after we did the first album, the power metal stuff, and it was completed instrumentally, I started listening to In Flames again. I have been a fan of them pretty long. I think I was listening to them a lot at my school age, teenage, but found them again now for some reason. I'm not sure what was the point. I started again listening to them. Maybe I found some YouTube videos by them or something, but that made me think of how cool would it be to write this kind of stuff myself, and because I have basically loved it all along. So I just gave it a shot. Wrote a demo under Raven Wings, and after it was done, I was pretty happy with that, and could hear. I kind of imagined Anders singing on that, and started to look for the proper singer for that song and fitting singer for that song, and I dug out some In Flames covers on YouTube, and Ryan was one of the most popular ones to cover their song or songs. There were several, I think.
Done a lot.
And I checked them out and and loved it. Maybe at some point I even thought it was better than Anders himself, but let's pretend I didn't say that for the sake of Anders. Okay, but yeah. Anyways, I loved it, and I thought immediately, this is my guy. I want him. I definitely should ask him. Not sure where I first contacted you. Maybe on Facebook chat.
Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah, that must have been that.
No, actually, you sent me an email. You sent me an email.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was trying to find several ways to contact you, and they took those shots, and you happily saw some of my messages, and you got kinda into that demo, and when it was done, I
Instantly.
was just amazed by the quality of the even the demo vocals, and
Yeah.
I knew that this is going to be something that I want to complete and maybe extend from that one song, but
Hmm.
that was the thing we were doing first, and later on we decided together to make more of that. It was funny because we first agreed to do that one song, then an EP, and after we got songs for the EP, I just got more inspired and did some more songs and more demos and sent them to Ryan, and happily he happened to like them all. So here's your album.
There it is. Yeah, I talked about it yesterday, but it was like instantly because normally I get sent a lot of demos and a lot of requests to collaborate with people, but when you sent me that, I um, I was at a friend's house and I listened to it on my phone speaker a little bit and I was like, all right, that sounds pretty good. But then I listened to it on the way home, and as I'm driving home, I listened to it and I started singing along to it. And a lot of the ideas that I came up with as I was driving were the ones that ended up on the song. So I came up
Mm.
with the pattern of the vocals and the verses, and I started kind of coming up with the melody a little bit. And then the more I sang it, the more it stuck, and the song just became a thing. You know, before I even wrote it, I had the whole thing planned out, and all I had to do was put words to it, and it was just very natural. It just felt good to sing that. It's really fun. And I also talked about yesterday how I found myself getting frustrated at points because we were talking about making an EP, and I was like so excited. And I was like, okay, 4 songs. I could do 4 songs. That's quick and easy. We could do 4 songs. And then you sent me another song, and I was like, okay, now it's 5 songs. Cool. And then you sent me 6 and 7, and I was like, all right, when are you gonna stop? Like, come on, dude. When are we gonna be done? And then it just kept going. You sent me 8, 9, 10. I was like, and there were even more songs. There are a couple songs that didn't make it on this album that are going to be on the next one. But yeah, and now I'll do as many songs as you want to do.
Yeah, but it is really hard to stop when you are inspired. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you just keep on doing stuff, and some of it is shit, and some might work. But like we have talked about this earlier, uh, like any of these songs could have been a single for us,
yeah,
in our opinion. Mm, no filler songs for this album. It's more like we had to drop out some it for it not to be too long,
mm,
and to get that out at some point, because if we didn't force ourselves to stop, this wouldn't even be out
yeah,
yet, basically.
yeah,
We would still be working on the first album, which is 30 songs long.
yeah. Yeah, this was a good learning experience, and especially after getting Jake's vocal tracks and getting Bjorn's vocal tracks and seeing how they record and how many takes that they do. I mean, when I got Bjorn's tracks and I saw exactly how many there were,
Mm,
and how clean they were and how they all lined up and everything, they're just perfect. And I saw
yeah.
that while I've always been complimented on my organization and how clean my tracks are, his were like on another level, and it really inspired me to bring that over to the next album and make things a little bit bigger and more clean. And then also Jake inspired me with his tracks too, because I mentioned it earlier in the chat that when he sent me his vocals, he sent me like 11 tracks of him singing the song in different ways. He sang the words just a little bit differently. Maybe he sung a note, changed the melody a little bit, or he sung a note a little longer. And it was 11 tracks, so I had to pick through and pick out all of the words that fit together, and I had to like piece together 3 tracks that sounded the same. Um, so that inspired me as well to just kind of be more playful with it as well, and then just pick out the parts that sound better, and seeing how professionals do it gave me a lot of information of how to do it better in the future. Because I am lazy at times. There are times when I'm lazy. When I'm recording a song, I want to get it done, and you know, there are things that I could take more time on and I can put more care into, and I think I got inspired to really put more care into things going forward. Definitely. Yeah, I can't wait to start recording the next album, man. It's gonna be great. More attention to details, more attention to background vocals, things that I never really paid attention to before. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, I think for the next album, it will keep this melodic death metal thing we had on this album too.
A lot more
the
melodic,
same
though.
feel and
It's a lot more melodic. This one, that's the
yeah,
next one.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
lot more
But
melody.
still, those kind of riffs and what comes to mixing, I think we will keep this same kind of sound, total sound, overall sound to it. And but yeah, like you said, it will be still a developed version of this.
Yeah.
First, in a way, what comes
It's kind
to
of an
our
extension.
cooperation.
It's gonna be kind of an extension of this first album.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
In a
Tullius
way,
knows because
and
we've been showing him all
I
the.
really love the demos, and I loved what Ryan has wrote or has written for the demos at this point, and it will only get better. So I don't see why it won't be even a better album than this is already.
Yeah, really excited about it.
Same question that you did answer in the last video, but what kind of recording gear is everyone using? It's not for me.
It's from Mr. Dick. Do you want to go over your?
Yeah,
You want to show your guitar
if
again?
I start, like I said, I program my keyboards and drums with Cubase, and guitars and bass are actually recorded. So I use, wait a sec, I will have to dig it deep from my desk. Can you see this?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
little
wow.
shit box. Line 6 gearbox
Classic.
GX,
Yeah.
tone board GX, yeah, maybe. Costs like maybe 100, or they don't sell this actually anymore, but 100 bucks maybe. Really cheap, but the actual magic happens with mixing guy. So I just basically take my raw recording tracks with that and send them over to the mixing guy, whoever it might be. In this case, it was Norbert, which I'm glad about. And Norbert will have some plugins to use, and he will use my raw tracks and put the plugins on, and it will sound amazing, like you can hear on this album. And it's not my sound at all, what I use on demos and stuff. It doesn't end up being on the final product. It will be quite interesting to see when we show at some point demo versions, and you can hear the demo versus the final product. It will be quite interesting, but it is lacking so much power and that punch when you hear the demo with my sounds from that shitbox, like I called it, and the final sound from Norbert. About the singles we released, some might have said that it's pretty digital sound to it because we are not using real cabinets and real amps for the recordings. But I think this final product is sounding really amazing, and it has the punch and feel that real stuff would have. and it would be if we used those real caps and amps, it should be done in a proper studio,
Right.
not at home like we
Yeah.
did this time. And of course, an independent project like this, it must be cheap because you are paying for everything yourself. Big bands, they have those labels covering the costs of recording stuff and doing those CDs and stuff. We don't have that. We just do music by ourselves and release that by ourselves and hope that people like it. But we got to save money at some points and save the costs.
Yeah.
Saying you can't tell it's digital. Me too. For me, it sounds good. That's enough.
Yeah. Norbert did a
Yeah,
really
and
great job.
for the average listener, I don't think it matters that much, but musicians maybe hear the difference and would like to hear the genuine tones and sound. But I love how it came up and sounds good to me. Really happy with Norbert's
It does.
job.
The production makes all the difference.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
And also
The
having
demos
having the real
are
drums
so
helps
basic.
give it some realism too. Having real drums there gives it a lot
Yes,
of life.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can really tell. I mean, you can tell when a band has programmed drums on their albums as opposed to real drums. You can tell most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
One point I remember with the first album, I think Tullius actually asked about Mind the Nemesis song. I'm not sure if you asked about who was playing the drums or what kind of question that was, but you didn't realize it was programmed.
Yes.
Or you were not sure about that.
Yeah.
But it is all programmed drums.
No, but it sounds kind of natural for me. It was I guess I'd say it's well programmed.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that there is one specific album from Meshuggah that Thomas Haki programmed all the drums due to the deadlines of the album, and it sounds amazing. I guess as long as he doesn't use it in the live shows, it's okay.
He just presses play and sits there and has a drink.
Yeah, and he pretends he's playing.
Yeah, air drums.
Air drums, yeah.
Because that's what we had to do with the first two Rico the Subliminal albums. I mean, we had a drummer for the first album, but we didn't have any way to record the drums. So our drummer wrote the drum parts and programmed them with his samples. And I think on the first album, you can't really tell. It sounds pretty natural. The second album, I think he wasn't involved in that one. So we had our guitarist programming drums, and it sounds like a guitarist programming drums, and it still sounds good, but you can tell it's not a real drummer. But it does make a huge difference having somebody, especially a professional like Alex Landenberg. I mean,
you can feel the change of dynamics over the song, and that makes all the difference. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it doesn't mean that if a song doesn't have a real drummer playing, it's gonna be bad.
Of course, no, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, there are a lot of good songs that are programmed drums. I mean, they can sound good as long as they're.
You remember that band, The Algorithm? It's all programmed.
Oh yeah.
I did show you some days ago.
Okay, I don't remember that one.
Ryan, can you put your mic a bit louder?
Yes. Is that better?
Yep.
Okay. I'm getting chats. Oh, Bjorn is messaging me. Oh, I invited Bjorn, but he said he's in the middle of an interview for Night Flight Orchestra, so he can't join us. So no problem.
Nice. Night Flight Orchestra.
Yeah, I invited Jake and I invited Erica as well. Erica, she said it was too late. She was going to bed. Jake, I think, just didn't want to look at the chat, which is cool. It's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
It's okay. Glenn Fricker is dying inside of this conversation. Well, you know what? Frick him. No, I'm kidding. I love Glenn. You gotta love an honest guy. A guy that's not afraid to say. Do you guys know who Glenn Fricker is? No.
I don't.
Sorry, I
No.
didn't hear.
Glenn Fricker on YouTube. Do you know who he is?
I don't know. Let me check.
He's a producer, sound engineer, and he does a lot of videos, comedy, a lot of funny things where he tells a lot of stories about his experiences and how a lot of musicians are just really dumb and ask for things that are out of the question, and they show up and they're not practiced, and they think that everything can be fixed in the studio, and he's just one of those people that he's very, very into having a very real, raw, classic sound, nothing digital, everything acoustic, and he has a lot of funny videos because he has a very brash attitude. He's very honest the way he talks about things. Like, he's not afraid to share messages between him and his clients of a client saying something stupid, and he'll make a video about that one person and call him out.
Can I check this out later?
Yeah. People trying to get away with not paying, things like that, real things that happen to producers. Yeah, interesting to watch. Well, what do you think, guys? You want to keep this going, or you think we've kind of exhausted our energy here? We've listened to the album twice.
How many hours we've been live?
2 hours and 21 minutes and 44 seconds.
Oh,
It's pretty long.
that's fine. It's okay.
It's pretty good.
I can go on if I can refill the drink again.
Go
And
for
if you
it.
still have something.
Because we still have a few people. Oh, look who's here. Metal Man is here. I would love it if you did a reaction to one of the songs on the album. So Metal Mana, she has a great channel. She does reaction videos to songs. She did one for my cover of the Cyrus song, and it was great. So it'd be great to get a reaction. Also, we're gonna put up. I was saying I'm gonna put up probably tomorrow individual videos of each song. So you can have each track separate, and it's going to have the lyrics and the description and everything. So if you want to wait for that, that would be awesome if you could do a reaction video. No pressure. You don't have to say yes, but it would be nice.
Okay. Jacon did ask something a while ago.
Let
Is
me
there
see.
any track you guys,
Oh,
as a band, want to make a cover of someday?
so like if Timo and I were to do a cover of a song, what would it be? That's really up to him. I mean, because we have similar tastes. He's really influenced by Children of Bodom and In Flames and bands like that, and obviously I'm into that same kind of stuff. So I don't know. I think if we were to ever do a cover of a song, we'd probably do one that's not in that style, and we try to make it that way. Because I like it when bands do that, when they take a song that's like a pop song or like a rock song, and then they make it heavier and change it. I think that would be more fun, because covers eventually kind of lose their charm. Like, covers aren't as fun for me anymore, because I'm involved in projects where I'm getting to make my own music, and it's a lot more fun to make your own music. So if we were to do a cover, I would want to do something that we can change it and make it different and make it our own style.
Yes,
However we
I
would do
agree.
it. Yeah.
As a band, right? Because, I mean, if you as a singer do a cover, I mean, your version of singing a song from Soilwork or In Flames, it's okay because it's you singing in your
Right.
style that song. But as a band, doing a cover that will sound exactly like the original isn't a cool thing. It needs to be something different. Like you pick an ABBA, ABBA
Yeah.
song, and then turns it into a death melodic song.
Yeah.
That's gonna will be really cool.
Yeah. That's a lot more fun, I think. Because then if you're covering it as a full band, then it's just a copy. You're just copying the song, and it
Yes,
sounds like you
yes.
playing, but it's just a copy. And then everybody's going to compare it. Oh, it's not as good as the original. Or some people say, oh, it's better than the original. But it's like, it needs to be its own thing. It needs to stand alone.
Like, for example, Metalites did a cover for Hunting High and Low. of Stratovarius,
Oh.
and it sounds really, really cool. It's different from the original. It's faster. It's more powerful. I'm not saying it's better than the original, but it is a different
Yeah.
vision of the song, and that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying to go full becoming the martyr and cover "Let It Go" from Frozen. We're not gonna go that far. Let it go, let it go. Which is still a good cover, but
I guess there's some covers that uses the harsh vocals for the song. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah. A lot of bands do that. They take
This,
like pop
this is one
songs.
of the most covered songs ever.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, definitely. I think Jake even sang a version of that song too on his YouTube channel. I think he did. Let it go.
Timo's back. Okay, he can answer also the question.
Yeah. We kind of answered this question for you, but I want to get your input on it too. So we got asked if there was ever a song that together, like as a band, that we would cover, like do a cover of another song, whether it be a metal song or another type of song that we turn into like a metal song. Is there something that you would ever want to do? Does that interest you at all?
Have you got any suggestion for that?
I mean, not me. I mean, Jaycon asked the question. If you have any suggestions for us, but I mean, me and Tullius were saying that if we were to cover a song, we wouldn't want to cover. I'm assuming that you would, be on board with this, but we wouldn't want to cover a song and like copy it, and like take a metal song and then play it exactly the way it is. We would take a song maybe that's not a metal song, or even a metal song, and then make it something else, like make it our style and turn it into something that's different and new.
Yeah.
Like Metalite did with Hunting Halo from Stratovarius.
Oh,
Yeah.
hmm.
I don't know.
What would be the song? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Metal version, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Sia, cover Sia song.
Yeah,
I
that
love
would be
Sia.
cool
I
actually.
really
Yeah.
like Sia.
Titanium, yeah.
Yeah.
Titanium.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. That
I am titanium.
actually that would be
Yeah, that would be actually really cool.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, maybe the next thing is that.
It would be fun. Because we actually had an idea. Timo and I had this idea. I don't know if we're still going to do it, but we had this thing. I'll talk about it because, I mean, it's, it doesn't have to be secret. But
yeah.
we were going to start this project called If We Were, where we actually write songs in the style of bands that we like. So we would have a song that sounds like Slipknot, and I would write it like Corey Taylor, and I would try to kind of sing like Corey Taylor. And then we had a song that kind of sounds like Dimmu Borgir. And we had a few others. I can't remember, like Symphony X. Like we would write songs as if we were that band. And it's still a good idea. I would love to be able to do it, but it's, it takes so much
It has
time and energy
potential.
now.
Yes, it needs energy, but it has a lot of potential to be
I think so too.
viral.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting, like series to do.
Yeah.
Of course, it will
Just for fun.
take a lot of time to make it happen, but the idea is just perfect. I love that.
And maybe possibly
because
getting.
I like to write own stuff. It still is own stuff.
Yeah.
But kind of like a cover, basically.
Yeah.
It combines the two worlds, and that's what is intriguing about that. And we should do that if time let us.
Actually, for the Slipknot song, I do have a lot of ideas for the vocals there, so maybe I'll go back and revisit
really cool.
that.
I would like to hear that song already.
Yeah.
It's really cool as an instrumental, and when I wrote it, I could hear Corey's vocals on that. And
Yeah, to try to put myself
finished.
to try to put myself in somebody else's place and try to like sing like them and write like them would be a good learning experience too, and a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Akon suggested a System of a Down power metal. Melodeath System of a Down
Metallic.
or metal.
Melodeath, System of a Down, or Power Metal Metallica.
Metallica is a good choice, but I like the idea of System of a Down.
I love your honesty.
A Melodeath, System of a Down song. That would be interesting though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Toxicity.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fun to do, I think.
Can you tell us a song from System of a Down, Jacob?
Wake up! Wake up! Grab a push and put it out,
Sing the rest.
Okay, there it is.
Hardest goes feather with a shake up. But I mean, what really would make that is however the guitars are played. Because I mean, you can scream anything, but you know, the music has to be there.
BYOB.
BYOB. That would be fun. Why do they always say the bar?
There's a classmate of Timo there.
Oh, nice to meet you. Again, meet you, let's say. Emily is a good guy. Good friend of mine from the school times. 10 years back, more maybe. It is
Sugar.
more, actually.
Sugar would be a good song.
There is this singer that will give some really nice metal covers, but more focused on power metal, I guess. That is David Phelps. That song Higher is really, really cool.
David Phelps, my boy. Love his voice. Not a big fan of like his actual like lyrics and all that stuff because I'm not religious anymore, but I still can't stop listening to him because his voice is just so amazing. Seeing him in concert was a totally different experience than watching him online because his voice is so powerful. It's so powerful that it just, you feel it when he's singing these really, like he sings that high C note with such fullness that it doesn't sound like he's going into like a higher voice. It's so deep. It's very operatic, and like when you hear that in person, it's right here in your gut, and it just
Yeah, you feel it.
Yeah, he's a really good singer.
I imagine that must be amazing to listen to him live.
Yeah, it was a really good experience. You know, sitting in a church and I'm surrounded by it was just all old people, and then me. But it was fun. I had a great time. I got to meet him. He signed my picture and everything. It was awesome. Yeah. Because I've been watching him even on TV. I used to watch him on TV when I was a kid, growing up, and then to see him in person is really awesome. He's one of those people that I'd never collaborate with him. He would never do anything, but that's like the biggest dream. Getting David Phelps to sing on a song would be amazing. Christian gospel singer to sing a nice clean ballad, that would be amazing. Maybe when he's older and he needs more work, I'll reach out to him. When he's in his 70s.
As long as he takes care of his voice,
Yeah.
if he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, he's in his 50s now, and he's still singing the same songs he was singing when he was in his 20s. And his voice, I mean, his voice has changed, but he can hit those high notes. I mean, he's putting out covers now. He's saying a high D note, which is insane for a guy in his 50s. Yeah. Anyway, enough about David Phelps. Another person I could talk about all day. I love to show people his videos.
Hakala, I love how you included instrumental tracks with album release. That makes easier to make covers of the songs.
Camelot does that too, and I really appreciate that when they put out instrumentals. And Dick, thanks for dropping in. Take care, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I do appreciate that too when bands put out instrumentals because it really helps. Because I got to do some Camelot covers from like their more recent albums because they put out the instrumentals, and I wish they did that with their older albums when Roy was still in the band. Because it's nice to have a good instrumental track to sing along to, and even just to listen to. It's fun to listen to the songs without the vocals and hear all
Yeah,
the
I
intro.
think for the musicians, it is important to have those instrumentals available, and they can dig deep
Hmm.
into those songs and details about it, and maybe feel something more with the instrumentals. And
Yeah.
there are some bits that you don't realize is in the song when you are hearing it with vocals, but when you take off the vocals and you start to hear some details, you notice them after that with vocals too. But if you don't get to hear it without the vocals first, you cannot even realize there is something like that
Yeah.
you could hear without the vocals.
Kind of makes you appreciate it more when you can hear.
Yeah,
all the stuff.
I always have felt that, so that's why I think it is important to release all the stuff, also instrumental versions.
What
Yep.
artists would you like to collaborate with in the future? Sorry for my bad writing.
We should not give out everything we already have because
Yes.
we have had a few for the future release, but if we
So avoid
think of,
spoiling.
Yeah. No
huh?
spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. Yeah, but if you think of some you wouldn't maybe get or didn't get yet, I would say Jaska Raatikainen from Children of Bodom would be really cool to have. I'm not sure what he's doing at the moment musically when they quitted with Children of Bodom, but that would be really nice.
Yeah, I guess,
Can't
I mean, some
think
of the
of any.
guests on the next album are some of the ones we already had, so we can talk. I mean, Alex Landenberg is obviously going to join us again. You know, Jake is on board for another song. Erica from Metalite. But, I mean, we have some other cool people joining us as well that we're not going to talk about yet. And, of course, there are a lot of people that I would love to work with. People I've already reached out to for this album. And I might try to reach out to them again and try to catch them, but, you know. I would love to work with Anders from In Flames. I would love to do a song with him. Christian Alves is not going to happen. We already know that. I would love to get Roy Khan on a song. The old singer from Camelot. I would love to get him on a song because he's the guy that really I emulated and I learned how to sing from listening to him and singing along to his songs. But he's a very private guy. Like, I sent him an email. I wanted him originally to be on the Becoming Daylight song, and he just didn't reply, which, you know, I wasn't expecting him to reply, but that would be a collaboration I'd really want to have. A lot of people that I would really want, you know, Yanis Papadopoulos.
Zahir Zorgati.
Yeah, Zaire.
Zaire.
Yeah, from Mirath. I reached out to him. I haven't
yeah.
heard back yet, but we'll see.
Okay, one guy I haven't heard back yet is Daniel Erlandsson from Arch Enemy,
Oh, okay.
the drummer of Arch Enemy. I would love to have him on the next album, but he didn't get back to me at least yet.
Jesse Leach from Kill Switch is another one. I would
Yeah.
love to work with him.
Absolutely.
Maybe Howard Jones too. Maybe. I think that's more of a possibility. I think that's somebody that I could actually get, but it has to fit right because he has a very unique voice, and it would have to
Yes.
fit with the song. And I think having him on there, it has to mesh well with his voice.
Do you know him?
No, I've never spoken to him, but he collaborates with a lot of people more recently, and I think it might be more possible. But who knows? If the right moment presents itself, It'll happen. Emily, thanks for showing up. Good luck at the gym. Enjoy your workout. See, who else would we want to collaborate with? I mean, there's so many people that I look up to. So many bands that I love that I would love to work with. You know, really anybody. I mean, I'll take anybody.
Shagrath.
Shagrath? Oh man, that would be amazing.
Danny Filth. Yes.
Danny Filth? What do you think about the new Cradle of... Oh, we've already talked about it. The new Cradle of Filth song.
Yes, it's
So
really
good.
Yeah.
Oh, his voice is very
I
inspiring.
haven't actually heard that.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah, very inspiring when I heard that song.
The chorus of the song is kind of, it stays in your mind for weeks.
Very unique chorus. Yeah. And then he closed it up with Annihilation. That weird voice he does. It's so good.
And really, really hard.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's an endless list. We can go on forever of all the people we love to work with.
Yeah.
So many inspiring musicians I've listened to over the years. Tommy Karovic from Camelot. Another one. I'd love to sing a song with him sometime.
Yeah, Tommy would be cool. I really love Seventh Wonder.
Yeah. Seventh
Also,
Wonder, yeah.
Progressive stuff, and his vocals are amazing, so that
Yeah.
would be cool to have him on a song like David Rowe.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The guy is
That's right.
so skilled. His voice is so
Yeah.
versatile.
Very
Yeah.
very technical singer.
I love his stuff with Seventh Wonder, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I personally prefer Seventh Wonder than his work in Camelot.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
that's personal.
Mm.
Yeah. Because it's more natural for him. Because he has a very, very pop voice. It's very pop rock, and it's very, very flexible, and he flips around a lot, does all these cool little tricks with his voice. And Seventh Wonder also has that in their music, so he's very free to just be very playful with it. And I actually found them right after I discovered Camelot in 2010. I was searching on, I think it was like Last FM. I was searching bands that sound like Camelot, and Seventh Wonder came up, and I became a huge fan of them. And then so when he became the singer of Camelot, it was like, I was like, who better? I mean, I already love him, and he was a good fit, but I still like him better in Seventh Wonder.
There's a song I think that will be really cool in your voice, Ryan. That's from the album The Great Escapade. And
Great
this
Escape.
is The Great Escape, right?
Yeah.
And it's Long Way Home. This
Yeah.
song is really, really cool, and it has a duet in the end of it. It is epic. I guess it will be really cool in your voice.
Really difficult song to sing, but absolutely, I'd love to do that. I think it would be better if I had an instrumental to go along with it, because it's harder to sing along to the song. But I would love to. I mean, I've been singing that song for years. I love it. Great ending to it. The ending of that song is so beautiful when their voices come together. I think that's Tommy's sister. They sing together.
Yeah.
And she has a really great
Right.
voice, and you can tell because they have
Really?
similar voices. But it's really good. Yeah. Taking the long way home. I really messed up, and it's late again. Such a good song. I love his lyrics too because they're very real, Like he's speaking from like a almost like he's just speaking. He's saying what he wants to say. It's like dialogue almost.
Yeah, that song, Tears for a Father.
Oof.
I know how to play that, and this is really emotional, and it is exactly how you said it. It's like he's speaking to you, or
Yeah, I cry
It's
when I
really
listen to that
good.
song. When I sing along to it, I cry. And if you want to do that song with me, let's do it. Because if you know how to play it, let's do it. I'll do that song with you.
I need to practice, but
Yeah, of
we can do
course.
that.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gonna be great.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that song. Please don't let my son die.
I'm taking
Like,
that
Jesus.
seriously, right?
Yes, of course. I mean that 100%. Yeah. Let's do that song. I would love to sing that song with you. Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna sing.
That's okay. I'll sing. I'm trying to remember how it starts. Well, no, because there's two of them. There's Tears for a Father and there's Tears for a Son.
Yeah,
So Tears for a Father starts, what's going on inside of you? So wondering if my voice is reaching through to you. I love that song.
Reaching through.
The muddy water helps her smile. That's so fun.
First day at school today.
Mm-hmm. First day of school today, and I was late because of the glass by Mama's bed.
I think she's
Missing you.
What does he want to say when he says by Mama's glass, by Mama's bed, the glass by Mama's bed?
Yeah.
I don't understand this specific sentence.
The glass by Mama's bed. So I could think he's talking about how, because the story is his father is in a coma. They get in a car wreck in the beginning. His father's in a coma, and then basically while he's in a coma, the mother is cheating on the father. But he's talking about she's basically drinking. She's drinking herself into depression, basically.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the muddy water. He's talking about the
muddy water.
brown water. So she's just drinking all the time to try to forget her pain. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The muddy water helps her smile. Oh, why? God damn, it's a good song. Today my best friend Jiminy stole apples from the millhouse tree. Please don't tell. I know you won't tell.
Tell.
Yeah.
She finds out that
I've been bad. She gets so sad, and when she does, the muddy water helps her smile. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
This song is really
I
good.
could listen to the whole album.
But then I feel like if we're gonna do that one, we have to go into the other one, because then there's also Tears for a Son, where it's the the mother of the guy that's in a coma sitting there watching her son basically die, and oof, that's a heavy one too.
I'm gonna learn this one too.
Yeah. Should totally
Both are
do it.
ballads, so I guess it's possible to play them.
Yeah, very similar songs. I think they're pretty much the same. But yeah, that'd be really fun to do with you. Awesome.
Would you be Enigmatic Infinity then?
Yeah, we'd be Enigmatic Infinity.
Release covers.
Enigmatic, oh Jesus, Enigmatic Infinity, the acoustic version of Enigmatic Entrance.
Yes. Featuring Enigmatic Eternity.
Yeah.
And all the other variations of that.
Yeah. Oh man, is anybody still here? Are we just talking to ourselves?
5 people.
5 people have left their
Woohoo!
browser open.
Yeah.
And we're not speaking about the album anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's
This is
okay.
more interesting.
I'm having a good time.
No, not at all.
I still have the album playing again in the background, just very quietly. So we want to see you guys talking in the chat. Anybody who's here, see what you have to say. Questions, comments.
But
Jokes.
again, guys, I'm just saying, repeating it. This is one of the best albums of metal this year, and you know I'm really picky with metal stuff. So
You do have very good taste, so that's a good compliment coming from you.
thanks a lot.
A lot of new bands that I'm into now are because you showed them to me. You always have good recommendations.
I mean, there was 3 releases, as I said before. Edu Falaschi, then Halloween came out with a really, really great album. And then Becoming Daylight is one of the most, how can I say that, consistent
Mm.
albums. You have a really consistent material. The whole album is unique, you know, it is one thing. You don't feel like, you don't have filler songs in the
Mm.
track list, you know. You can feel there was passion that you put in each song,
Yeah.
you know. So congrats, guys. I'm really proud of being part of this project. I mean, I did not make the songs, but at least the artworks I did, and I'm really proud of it.
Yeah. I'm proud of them too. I'm proud of you. Proud of the
Yeah,
work
I'm
that you've
proud
done
of
for
the
us.
artworks.
Yeah, the lyric videos, everything you've done for us has been amazing.
Next one is gonna be even better.
I believe it. I mean, you get better with every
Absolutely.
video. Every one that you do gets a little bit better.
Oh, next one, I'm gonna try some 3D stuff
Yes.
if I can. Hopefully.
Yes. So Jaycon asked, how did you come up with the band name? How did Enigmatic Entrance come about?
Yeah,
And
that's
what,
a good question.
and what does it mean to you? Like, what made you name it that? The
That's
really
for
hard
you,
name that nobody can
Timo.
remember.
Ye- I'm not. I'm not sure if that is the if that is the best name option because yeah, like like we talked about it.
It's hard to
There
remember.
are many variations of Enigmatic Infinity and Eternity and
Yeah.
whatnot, but um, it started with my idea to explore my musical ideas more and dig deep into my mind and my thoughts and different ideas I had with writing for my band, Northern Equation. So I thought it'd be quite interesting name because you never know what comes up.
Mm-hmm.
It's enigmatic, all enigmatic, and
Mysterious.
it
Surprising,
mysterious
yes.
stuff. It can be anything. Sometimes power metal, sometimes rock, sometimes rock metal. If maybe the idea came out um, from all the demos I have on my computer. It we haven't even nearly touched everything I have. So we have some EDM stuff and some pop stuff and like basically anything on my computer not released. So that is the point of the name. Mysterious, you never know what comes up.
Yeah.
It might be anything.
I like that. Mysterious entrance. It comes out of nowhere and surprises you. Yeah. And I kind of like that it's difficult because when people ask me like if I'm at the local bar or whatever and they're, oh, you're a musician, what's the name of your band? And first of all, I have to pick a band. I have to say, well, I'm a member of like a lot of different bands, but the one I'm doing now, it's Enigmatic Entrance, and they go, oh, what? And I go, Enigmatic Entrance. They go, what? And I have to like say it a bunch of times, but then it makes them like really listen and think about it, and whether they remember it or not, I don't know, but it's something that they have to. It becomes a conversation. I have to say it a few times, and then they really have to think about it,
Yeah.
and then they ask, well, what does that mean? And then we talk about it a little bit.
I can imagine if you're wasted and you're saying that it's hard.
Enigmatic.
If the opposite side is also wasted,
Yeah.
it's twice as hard.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I'm a member
Yeah.
of Enigmatic Entrance, Recode the Subliminal, Chaos for the Masses, also called
you're
C4TM.
welcome for all the girls.
Yeah.
You picked for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to
Actually,
join.
all the bands that you sang have long names, right?
Yeah, they're all long names. They're all hard to say. Yeah. I need to join a band that has it's a one-word title. I think the easiest one now is Dawn of Amber. That's the newest one. Dawn of Amber, that's a lot easier to remember. Yeah. Somebody at the bar, they're like, "What's the name of that new band that you're joining?" I was like, "It's Dawn of Amber." And he's like, "Oh, I like the amber part." I'm like, "Okay, sorry." I don't know about the rest of it. Whatever. What's in a name anyway? It's just a name. It is what it is.
I know how's that. My second name is kind of, no one knows how to say that. So it's Tullius Hewer. Usually people say that. So I'm
Yeah.
getting used to Hewer, but it's Hoya.
Yeah, I said Hewer for
Hewer.
the first 5
Yeah.
years that I knew you. Because I never really asked. I just assumed it was Hewer. And you're like, actually, it's Hoya.
Hoya.
Just like
Yeah.
this whole time I was calling Timo.
It's Timo Lehmekanas.
Timo Lemekongas.
Quite good. Yeah. Accepted.
Okay. That's always fun for me too when I'm typing out like all the people that are involved in the album. I have to like remember how to spell all these names. I do a lot of copying and pasting. I go to Facebook and I just copy and paste. The hardest one, Giannis Papadopoulos.
Yeah.
Every time I have to type his
That's
name,
a hard one.
that's a really hard one. He sent me a
We
voice message.
actually asked him for one song with us, but
Yeah.
he was too busy.
Well, it's not that he was busy. He wanted exclusivity to his voice. He doesn't want to be one of those people that
Oh,
guests
yeah.
on bands. He wants
Yeah,
to
the
be known
focus on
for his band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
that makes sense to me. And
Absolutely, yes.
Tommy
Yes.
Karabic said the same thing. He said that you
Yeah.
know he would love to. He loves what we're doing. You know, I've talked to him many times, but he wants to be known for his bands.
Mm.
You know, so he keeps himself very exclusive, which I get that.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody.
Maybe there's
Absolutely.
some kind of label thing involved. I don't.
Some kind of what?
I mean, maybe there's some kind of label things involved. I don't know.
That
Not
too,
sure.
yeah. There's a
For
guy
some
that
artists, there are those limitations with labels, and I have faced them too. Asked somebody to work with us, and even though there are interest, the label basically says no. So
Yeah.
it should be just exclusive job for their label, or I should be a part of the label to work with that person.
an old friend of mine, his name is JT KV, Joseph KV. He now sings for the band Era. But when I first met him, he was just a YouTube cover guy. He started because he liked my videos, so he started doing his own covers. And we became really good friends. We did a couple of songs together on some older music that I did. But once he joined Era, before that he joined a band called Texas in July, which I don't know if you remember them. They were kind of like August Burns Red a little bit. But then he joined Era, and after he joined Era, the label told him, you can't have videos on YouTube anymore. And they made him get rid of all of his cover videos. So he had tons and tons of vocal covers, like great videos, and he was pretty popular on there. And then they made him take everything down. And I was like, are you really going to let them do that to you? And he's like, I have to do what I have to do, you know? So I hope that never happens to me. I think I would probably fight that, you know, because to me, being on a label is not as important as being free and doing what I want to do. I mean, it's good to have that backing and have that money, but I also don't want to be like, I don't like being told what to do by anybody. So I mean, there's a balance that I'd have to face when that time comes. I've never had the option of being on a label before, but if it ever happens, you know, I hope that we would get to kind of fight for what we want and not be told so much what to do. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I really have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I did already.
So, anything else you guys want to talk about before we go? Any other last minute questions from anybody in the chat? I think we need to wrap this up.
I guess we spoke about many things today, even
Yeah.
things that are not related to the album. Though. So
Yeah. Sang a little Seventh Wonder in there.
yeah, of course.
It
Send
was
that
the
to Tony
peak
Carey.
of this.
Yeah. All right, guys. This has been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for hopping in here and making this work. I'm glad it worked out. It looks like there were no glitches or anything, so I'm happy about that. We had a good 3 hours. And Alex popping in was a nice surprise.
Yep.
So
Been
thanks
a
for
nice
everybody
guy.
that hopped into the chat. I'm glad you guys hopped in, and hope you guys enjoy it. And please go listen to it without us talking. Go listen to the album. Tell us what you think. Leave some comments, and just spread the love, man. Because we need to hear feedback. This is, important for us.
Yes.
Okay, one more question. There's one more question. What song are you most proud of? I think that's a different question because we answered our favorite song, but what song are you most proud of? That's a harder question, I think.
I can answer that.
You can answer that. Go ahead.
No, I mean I can't. Sorry, I can't.
You can't answer that.
You can say what art are you the most proud of?
Yeah.
The single arts, maybe the album art, but what
Oh,
art?
I'd say the album artwork is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, the original idea is not mine. Ryan came up with his very good skills of
Hold
designing,
on.
and
I can actually
and
show
the
it.
idea was quite good. I just turned it a bit more messy and full of elements. But the original idea is from Ryan. But this is my favorite one.
I can actually show it real quick on the screen. Hold on. Let me put it up there. Browse. Let's see. Real quick. Let's make this real quick. There we go. It's gonna pop up on the stream here. This is the. I put it up on the screen. So this is the image that I
Timo.
showed Tullius. So it says Enigmatic Infinity.
Oh yeah.
Becoming daylight, and that's it turned into what it is. So I mean, he took my idea and liked it, and that's it. Turned out really good in the end.
Enigmatic Infinity.
Mhm.
Yes. Let's release a demo album with this.
With that cover,
cover.
yes. That would be fun. Song that I'm most proud of on the album is probably "Cold as the Night," just because Bjorn. Working with my personal idol, getting to do a song with him was just a big moment for me. So I think that's what I'm most proud of, and not just the song itself, but actually getting him involved in the first place, having the courage to reach out and make it happen. It was I'm very proud of having that on this album. Definitely.
Yeah, I would say, like song as a song, my favorite and what I'm most proud of is Under Raven Wings, because it started the whole album project really, and made me realize that this melodic death metal thing that I was starting off with is something that is really gonna happen, and it's gonna be something that I can be proud of, and I knew that Ryan was right choice for the project, larger project, more than just that one song. And we got Alex with that demo. Alex made the whole album possible for us.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that is the turning point of the whole thing, and I'm definitely most proud of that song in that sense. Then again, we have Beyond This Flesh that includes, of course, Erica, which was awesome on that song, and just a perfect beat. I'm so glad we ended up being with her, with having the female vocals on the chorus, but most of all, Tommy from Sonata Arctica. That's beyond amazing to me, because Sonata Arctica is one of the biggest reasons I am still playing guitar. I started to write my own stuff and thinking about compositions and melodies and stuff. I love them so much when being a teenager and starting off my guitar career.
It was one of the first bands that I ever heard.
Hmm?
One of the first bands that I ever
You
heard.
okay? Yeah, yeah. They are a big band and they have been around such many years, and it is so important part of Finnish metal music scene and such a huge influence to me about playing, about writing, about melodic stuff and so on. So I think that is, in that sense, it is the most important song to me personally. Having the Tommy on that song, and Sonata Arctica have shared the song and shared the news on their Facebook page that Tommy is gonna be involved with our release, and it was a huge moment for me personally.
I believe.
Yeah, Tommy is on the 6th song, Beyond This Flesh. Tommy plays that, Ryan sings on it too, and Erica is doing the clean parts for the song, and it is just amazing.
Yeah, turned out really
It's
good.
heavy, good riffs, catchy melody. Like Tullius said, it's the most commercial song in a good sense
Yeah.
of that word. Really catchy.
All right, guys. I think this is a good place to end it here. This has been really fun. And yeah. Eventually, let's do that video that Alex was talking about. We can get on here with Alex and talk about the drums and everything, and be more in depth about
absolutely.
that. If anybody listening to this, if you have questions about the drumming, any questions for Alex Landenberg, drop them in the comments of the video, and we'll
Or
save
Tommy,
them.
I can
Or Tommy.
try to ask him.
That would be great too.
Ask him if you have something about that song number 6. Let's try to have him.
That would
But
be great.
Alex at least.
Yeah, this is always fun. All right, guys. I'm gonna stop the stream now. So thanks again for dropping in, and we'll talk to you guys in the Facebook chat.
Yeah, thank you. It was fun.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.